Hello! What's going on, everybody? The Euros are actually shortly approaching. We've only got about 2.5 months from the time I'm uploading this. I think even less than that, actually. Shit! But anyway, since they're approaching soon and the World Cup qualifiers have just happened, I figured I might as well do a video where I create my own starting 11 for the Croatian national team in the Euro 2021 competition. There's a lot of tough decisions to make in this, and I respect all of yours, so if you have any disagreements, let me know in the comments below. I figured I'd try my best here, given the current form and given the current situation for Croatia. They had a bit of a shaky World Cup qualifier run so far, and they're definitely trying a lot of new implementations. And Zlatko Dalic has definitely given some other players some chances. Lots of different faces we've been seeing compared to the World Cup squad in 2018. Given that we got 3 crucial players that retired since then, I think there are a few players that fit in the role well to replace them, but they will definitely be missed. And Croatia's group is not easy at all. All the teams in it are actually a threat, to be honest. Czech Republic looking better and better. Scotland, clearly can't underestimate them either. And England, they could be really determined to do something against Croatia after the World Cup. So Zlatko Dalic definitely has to make some plans before this summer. Got a lot to think about, as there are some interesting choices. But here's what I would do if I were him for the starting lineup, given that every player is fit and all that. I'm gonna be making this squad over FIFA 21 just because it's easier. But yeah, we've obviously gone for the 4-3-2-1 formation, as this is pretty common for Croatia. In goal, we've got Livakovic. I think this is somewhat of a no-brainer, to be honest. With Subasic gone, this guy's been filling the role pretty well. People were talking about Kalinic again, but Livakovic just stole the show from him. He's doing pretty well for himself. Yeah, he makes a few slip-ups, but overall, very, very solid. Saved Croatia many times. Saved Dinamo Zagreb many times. Europa League against Tottenham. But yeah, this guy's definitely making the starting 11. No question, Croatia's best keeper right now. But now we move on to the center backs, and I think this is the toughest part of the video, to be honest. There's a lot of solid choices here we could choose from. As of now, I'm pretty sure Pongracic is not in the squad, actually. Don't know why, he's doing pretty well for Wolfsburg. They're in 3rd right now. Not playing every single game, but still definitely making somewhat of an impact. Please correct me if I'm wrong on this, but yeah, I haven't been seeing him in the squad. Given that though, there's another addition that wasn't in the 2018 lineup who definitely is having some eyes on him. Caleta-car has been brilliant for Marseille. Rumors about him even going to Liverpool, I don't know how true those are, but he's a pretty reliable center back actually compared to our other options. I'm happy to include him in the starting 11, to be honest. But for the other option, I think it's obvious the choice is between Lovren or Vida. And both these guys I have mixed feelings about. Obviously I love them both, but very aggressive and inconsistent, both of them. Vida definitely just randomly pops off, but I just see him randomly costing Croatia sometimes, and Lovren has that history with Liverpool 100%. Both of them are way more consistent in the World Cup for sure, but given recent form, if I had to choose one of them, you know, it isn't an easy decision whatsoever, and I really feel like Dalic is going to be rotating in these guys. But if I had to pick one for myself, I'll probably go with Lovren. Unfortunately, he's not in the FIFA game, so I just gotta add this sticker. Hopefully it's not horribly edited, but yeah. And right back, we're gonna go with Xi For Euro. Very solid player, reliable. Honestly, he's very noticeable during the matches whenever I watch Croatia. I don't think there's much to say here. I don't think there will be many disagreements on this one. Now for the left back position, it's a bit of a dilemma. I think it's definitely between Bradaric and Barisic. Bradaric is already on the U21 Euro squad, and he had an amazing goal against England, where they still lost the match, but they finished above them on the table, eliminating England from the tournament. Honestly, I don't know what the rules are though, if he's able to jump from the U21 squad to the main squad for the summer. Regardless though, if I had to choose one of these guys, both have been pretty solid, but Barisic, I think by a thin margin, makes the starting 11 for me. He's obviously been amazing for Rangers, definitely one of their key players. He's been starting a decent amount of games now for Croatia. I don't think there'll be many disagreements either on this, but yeah. Moving on to the CDMs now, we've got Brozovic, who has been crazy with Inter Milan. Other CDM, I'm going to go with one and only. I mean, he could play center attacking mid too, but Luka Modric, I think CDM is better for him, as he is all over the pitch always. Stamina at 100%, just going up and down the field, sprinting everywhere. This guy's a monster. So I'd rather put him at CDM just because he can bounce back and forth on the field. And yeah, now moving on to center attacking mid. Some of these players will be out of position in the FIFA game, but they still can play here. Left and right center attacking mid, you know the deal. Anyway, in the center though, we're gonna put Vlasic. I wasn't too impressed with this guy in the World Cup qualifiers, I'm not gonna lie. However, on his club team in Moscow, he has been brilliant. I think he still has potential to do stuff, and you know what? If it doesn't work out for him, Zlatko Dalic has other options. It's not just him, but for now, I feel like he has the right to start, considering his pretty good performance over the year. Vlasic, please show Croatia what you got in this tournament. Moving on to the left center attacking mid, we've gone for Ivan Perisic. Now this guy is one hell of a player. I feel like there are many times he gets unlucky, to be honest. But his performance usually speaks for itself, and yeah, he definitely deserves a starting spot. There are moments, for example, against Slovenia, a lot of the Croatian players were relying on him, passing to him wide for him to make a pass. I think that system didn't work out that well, but if they implement Perisic well, he can definitely cause some damage. He's done a lot of bits in the World Cup, we all know that. I stated this when FIFA 21 came out. I think that 82 rating is definitely criminal for this guy. Deserves to be higher, but it is what it is. Now this is the position, I feel like there will be some disagreements with me on this, who knows, but what I've gone for the right center attacking mid is Ante Rebic. You know, he has had his moments for AC Milan, especially at the beginning. Now, not so much. However, I still feel like he deserves a spot. He clearly has the chemistry with the other Croatian players. Never forget his goal against Argentina. Yes, Orsic has been solid, and I do think Zlatko Dalic should sub him in eventually for some matches, maybe start him in a few. But judging on his performance in the World Cup qualifiers, he hasn't impressed too much. That can all change, obviously, but right now, I don't think he's the man for the starting 11. I think Rebic still deserves that recognition, and yeah, he gets the right center attacking mid spot. Could potentially be striker, obviously, but yeah. Now, before I move on to the chosen striker, there is one key player I definitely missed, and that is Kovacic. I definitely think this guy deserves game time. He's been absolutely brilliant for Chelsea, but in this formation, and that with all the solid midfielders Croatia have, I feel like he wouldn't really fit in this current squad. Like, I want to put him at center attacking mid where Vlasic is, but it just doesn't seem right at the same time. He could also be CDM, but I feel like obviously we got to keep Modric, and Brozovic has been amazing. So Kovacic, I feel like, could be a very, very useful sub, but I don't think he works for the starting 11 right now. I love the guy, don't get me wrong, but we just have too many great options here. Okay, now that that's said, let's move on to the striker. I've gone for the one and only Kramaric. Budimir has been getting some playing time, but I don't think he's the main man for the job. Petkovic, I feel like, could be a better sub than Budimir, to be honest, but I don't think either of them really deserve the starting spot right now. For me, it's Kramaric. He's saved Croatia many times, including in the World Cup qualifiers against Ukraine, to get us in the tournament in the first place. To write off all that history, it's thanks to him. Obviously, it was a while ago, but he's still on great form. I don't think Dalic should be focusing on a different striker right now. Obviously, he can switch Kovacic and Rebic if he wants to like that, but I think it's better to put Kramaric on top, in my opinion. Kramaric has played center attacking mid as well in the past, though, so anything's possible. But this is my starting 11 with the current squad Croatia has. Another player I haven't talked about much is Brkalo. Amazing player, has done bits for Croatia. He scored against France with a very stunning goal, to be honest. I think he'll be useful for the squad for sure, but as a sub, it's up to Zlatko Dalic if he wants to put in him or Orsic. But I just think these players are more solid given the circumstances. I could be wrong, but I feel like most of you guys will disagree with me on my Rebic choice. And if you do, let me know in the comments, because that is the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all very, very soon. Lako noć.